we can live on the story I told. I got Zugu, money feeling I clear. When that time we tell yourself, honestly yourself. How they carry news, got to get it, don't try to play yourself. And they say, don't tell Joe, then Joe, tell yourself. Sometimes hustle bang, but we stay, yo. And I care how also raise that J, I stay, yo. But I keep what I try to burn, I they want to care for. Be making fun, don't do something, just be that play.
You see people that can call you brother. Now they see people that can want you for down. You swan no pemu. Anyway, I big essay, claim my move. Soja go, soja come, boy, I stay. Me plus me versus me, myself. And I care what they say about me. Papa, I want my hustle to give me money. Oh, yeah, now also bounce, but we stay here. And I'm here, and I'm working here. Sometimes also bounce, but we stay here. And I'm here, and I'm working here. But when story change, they will know here. Oh, friend enemies. That the time they will know here. Oh, friend enemies.
Drop this scrap on laughing at 80, baby. When I 80, they squeeze.
For the next 13 days, I will keep you crying. And you're crying all over the place? What I will continue to do, I've already succeeded in completely demoralizing your base. You're just crying all over the place. I haven't even started. I'm just warming up. How dare you, foolish, desperate people, talk about rescue country. Joseph Boakai couldn't even rescue himself. So when he passing around, oh, cause I did, cause I that. Where were you when I raised him money left and right to feed him and fly him from hospital to hospital? Where were you all sitting there talking nonsense? Talking about cause I ain't got no integrity. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boakai, your God. Bunch of ungrateful people. Have you heard Joseph Boakai deny that I was raising money left and right to feed him? Have you heard him deny it? He will never deny it because he knows this to be true.
Some of you thought I was never going to create service of Boakai. Yeah. Because I went to counties. I'm not criticizing because I want to criticize. I'm criticizing because we said yesterday, former president, we have a right private jet. But the Joseph Boakai brought to power is riding private jet from here to go to the country. Yeah. But I will speak because people in sacrifice saw me our passing to go to my comfort. Spend my own money to bring him to power because we thought the road yesterday was going to be right today. Yeah. I had no regret to vote against former President Biya. But the people that are brought to power will regret why I had to vote for them. People. This country is a better place and will be a better place. Yes, sir. Because there's money in the country that we can live for. We don't need money from outside. So, but we don't want to empower people here. You say that our lawmakers, we have become lawbreakers. We have become criminals. We put all the money in the budget for ourselves and leave them out. I want to challenge some of your lawmakers. Some people say they want this senator. They're breaking all the law. The law is really breaking the law, but you want to go up. You know why people want to go out? Because they want to increase the time. They say they are too short. You cannot be a cancer. Then you want to run blue. You cannot be a lawmaker that disrespecting the law that we made ourselves. Then you say you want this senator, then you waste your time. Nobody can be for the government economy. But when we can be for it's not happening and it will never happen. The only thing they are there for, when last people from the government came and said, "Sanctify people, don't look at my son, give me 1% I want to ignore." But they said that over there is what their family people because they need work. They are the person that need work and the person sanctify people say they want there. we implore our family, because some people are happy. Because it is a time to be happy. It is nobody time when the country is not better. It is everybody time when the country is better. And we give this as a challenge to all of you people. 2029, we may be on the ballot for the presidency. Where we will come here and say, Brother Sakoles, you people will have to appoint a commissioner for Sakoles. Brother Sakoles, they are educated people. It's not about education. It's about how well you govern your people. They are people that have degrees, they know nothing. The only person with every people that they can achieve nothing from. Our marketeers will come to power. In every country, at least 2 million and bring out for marketeers, flipping runners, and younger boys to empower themselves. The money is there, but everything is long never carry the benefit up. Because we are close.
Tell Joseph Boga to forget about Yaka Koluba.
What is Boga doing? Yaka Koluba.
He tell Yaka Koluba. Tell Yaka Koluba, you are not a Latina, you talk. You forsake yourself, Yaka Koluba, you. Yaka Koluba, Korea. You want to know a lot of Yaka Koluba. Tell them, and you know who they say about Yaka Koluba for that, and I'm going to work for Yaka Koluba there. You know when I go to Dualanda, you move to all the way to go, just to take a vote for Yaka Koluba.
Last year you go for Yaka.
Yes.
From Benin.
Because Yaka Koluba and the one that is coming for you was. So you must tell him to use Yaka Koluba because a budget.
Oh, Yaka can be talking to the president. It's not a good thing.
Okay, well, let's do for power, do for Joe. Yes. They're happy. Say my mother, your mama happy to you. When you are not going to betray Yaka Koluba or betray.
For the next 13 days, I will keep you crying. And you're crying all over the place. What I will continue to do, I've already succeeded in completely demoralizing your base. You're just crying all over the place. I haven't even started. I'm just warming up. How dare you, foolish, desperate people, talk about rescue country. Joseph Boga couldn't even rescue himself. So when he passing around, oh, cause that this, cause that. Where were you when I raised money left and right to feed him and fly him from hospital to hospital? Where were you all sitting there talking nonsense? Talking about cause I ain't got no integrity. I didn't have integrity when I was feeding Joseph Boga, your God. Bunch of ungrateful people. Have you heard Joseph Boga deny that I was raising money left and right to feed him? Have you heard him deny it? He will never deny it because he knows this to be true.
Some of you people thought I was never going to create families of Boga. Yeah. Because I went to counties. I'm not criticizing because I want to criticize. I'm criticizing because we said yesterday, former President, we have a right private jet. When the Joseph Boga has brought to power, is riding private jet from here to go to the country. Yeah. But I will speak because people in Saturday saw me when I was passing to go to my comfort. Spend my own money to bring him to power because we thought the road yesterday was going to be right today. Yeah. I had no regret to vote against one person. But the people that are brought to power will regret why I have to vote for them. They can be for them. This country is a better place and will be a better place.
Yes, sir.
Because there's money in the country that we can live for. We don't need money from outside.
So,
but we don't want to empower people here. We say that our lawmakers, we have become lawbreakers. We have become criminals. We put all the money in the budget for ourselves and leave them out. I want to challenge some of your lawmakers. Some people say they want this senator. They're breaking all the law. The law is really breaking the law, but you want to go up. We know it. You know why people want to go up? You're going to want to increase the time. They say they're too short. You cannot be a cancer, then you want to run global. You cannot be a lawmaker that disrespecting the law that we made ourselves. Then you say you want this senator, then you waste your time. Nobody here can be for the government economy. But when we kill people, it's not happening and it will never happen. The only thing they are there for, when last people were there for them, keep and say, sacrifice people. Young love and warriors are giving 1% and one go in law. But they sit down over there in their family because they need work. And the person that needs work and the person sacrifice person they want there. We implore our family but some people are happy. Because it is a time to be happy. It is no other time when the country is not better. It is every time when the country is better. And we give this as a challenge to all of you people. 2029, we may be only valid for the presidency. Where we will come here and say, Brother Sakoles, you people will have to appoint a commissioner for sacrifice. Brother Sakoles, they are educated people. It's not about education. It's about how well you govern your people. They have people that have degrees, they know nothing. The only pass around with every people that they can't achieve nothing from. Our marketeers will come to power. In every country, at least 2 million and bring out of marketeers, flipping runners, and younger boys to empower themselves. The money is there, but everything is long before carrying the benefit out. Because we are close.
Joseph Boga to forget about Yaka Koluba.
What did Baga do? Yaga Koluba.
He tell Yaka Koluba. So Yaka Koluba kwasi you are not letting na you talk. You forsake yourself Yaka Koluba kwasi. Yaka Koluba kwasi Korea. You want to know a lot of Yaka Koluba. So to tell ma and we do who name say about Yaka Koluba for that. And I tell about Yaka Koluba there. You know when I want to do all you move all the way to go just to take a go for Yaka Koluba.
You laugh here, you go for Yaka.
Yes.
For Bene.
Because Yaka Koluba and the one that is talking to you know us. So you are telling to this Yaka Koluba because a budget.
Oh, Yaga can be talking to the president. It's not good thing.
Yes. They're happy. Saying that you, my mother, your mama are happy to you. When you are not going to betray Yaka Koluba or betray the great people in life today, Yaka Koluba are not going to be crossing. You understand? You understand? Yaka Koluba. You go look for Yaka Koluba there. You feel like on the line.
You go for Yaga?
Yes, yes, yes. They don't tell us what Yaka Koluba for them. We don't want to go to Yaka Koluba for them. We don't want you. They see that you do for them for Yaka Koluba. They don't for them for Yaka Koluba. Anything people buy, people get. Then they say, Baba, the way you not to tell the country, they corrupt. You say you're going to take corruption for the country. Well, you're going to look for no money. People die every day.
You said the president probably is the most corrupt.
No, I said I'm coming down. So I will shut you. You shut me down for that boy, Yaka Koluba. My boy, Yaka Koluba is not talking to you. Then you forget about Yaka Koluba. Now I want to let my day when we send you for Yaka Koluba. Then you forget about Yaka Koluba. Anything I do for me, I do for the other person. Then you leave Yaka Koluba. We don't know. They will know you. Our sister will go.
A juggernaut led by people who have bought into this hype which we created, hype which we are sucking the life out of now. We will suck the life out of you. Knock the wind out of your sail. The wind we put in your sail will take it back. How dare you call us insignificant when you were in political nobody after 2017 and we resurrected that dead political carcass of yours. You show us ingratitude and wickedness. Where are our falling out with George? We did. Fundamental. The issues about which we disagree with us, are still issues that we're concerned about. But we're not here to give you power so that you turn it over to Jeremiah Kung and Prince Johnson. Jeremiah Kung is a Liberian citizen. If he wishes to run for president, it is his right to run for president. But to hide behind you, he and his warlord, his mass murdering, lunatical, deranged, unstable warlord godfather. We're not going to give the country to a warlord. Everybody used Prince Johnson in this country. Ellen used him to come to power. George Weah used him too. But neither Ellen nor Weah brought Prince Johnson this close as you, Joe Boakai, have brought him.
You know what Joe Boakai did?
Subsequently, Joseph Boakai reached out to me about a week or so later. I have that proof here too. I will show you as well. He said, Henry, now he has seen coming to be his cow now to be milking. Let milk the man. He said, Henry, can you get Lega Yoremi, my dependable nephew? Do you think you can get Alex to donate $300,000?
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber. Stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know y'all sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up small, yeah? Okay, let's go.
To be honest,
the government betrayed us. I said, the people fool us, the people lie to us. The government betrayed us. They can lie, they can steal, they can lie. I said, we tired with their lies. We tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now you need to deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrates us.
And you can go on and on and on with your own of message,
We just tell you.
with your part of the message. You can tailor your message in the direction you want it to be,
You use us.
in the direction that makes it suitable
Why?
for the current political climate
Why? But are they
in our country. Whatever the message is, whatever the message will be, this is the song that introduces and closes the show Freedom Hard Talk on Freedom FM 87.9. Let me say a very, very pleasant good evening to all of you across the country. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to those of you in the diaspora. Our friends, our fans, our followers, our critics, and even those of you who do not like the things we say and the way we say them. It's good to have all of you joining us tonight on the Monday's edition of the show. This is Freedom Hard Talk. Just too many things to talk about, folks. Just too many things to talk about. Yes, the debate about the vice president or the former vice president
Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation is
has over 14 months
nothing to show. Nothing. So,
not gotten a dime from the government of the Unity Party in benefits.
the question that we ask,
We are interested in the moral of the debate or the conversation or whatsoever you may call it. The return of the yellow machine Wahala. What do we think? What do we know? What does it look like? Some say it's another scam. Some are concerned about the procurement process. Some are concerned about the financing agreement. Others are running cost-benefit analysis. Others are also running risk analysis, financial risks that it may potentially pose to the country. Whatever your analysis or opinion should be or could be, we are here to talk our own. The Liberia Electricity Corporation, LDC says she is going to Guinea to negotiate a fresh deal that will see the government bringing in 30 kilowatts of power from Guinea to Liberia. And then this morning we woke up to the news that another auditor has died. And everybody is having different opinion about the death of James Goma. We're seeing a couple of polls and references being made to the emotions that are being shared by the wife of the late James Goma. And just before coming on the radio,
No one to trust.
I read a news article, and that article is making reference to the Maher Public School in Bombay County, the county of the First Lady, the county that holds the farm of the current president, the county that holds the home of the immediate.
Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why?
One of the, did I say the immediate?
Why?
Of the former president, one of our former president, Eddie Johnson said it. The county that holds the Minister of Transport. I'm referring to the home of former Speaker and now Senator of Bombay County, J. Eric Starter. I'm referring to the home of current Senator Edwin Melvin Snow Jr. That is also my county of birth. And so we take this story so dear to our heart. So these plus many other issues we want to talk about tonight on the show. This show is going to take us straight up to 10 o'clock tonight. And so the invitation is yours to invite others to listen and follow. The appeal is to all of you to share our live tonight after a brief break. A break that was worth it. And so we are back and back for good. We are back and back for good. My name is Austin Kawa. Let me say thanks to all of you again for joining us tonight. Very shortly, we take a break from our sponsor, Crime Stopper Liberia. And when we return, we run straight into our discussion tonight, the different talking points. Yes, the cash giveaway is active. If you want to win, you play. If you don't want to win, don't play. But we're here to talk to issues that matter most to our country's growth and development. This break, we'll come back. This break, yeah, this break.
It's about music. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, you report it. Don't take law in your hands for the real authority. That it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see you must target. And I mean you cheche. Do it for your safety. If you see don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stopping crime for all of us.
Okay, thank you, Constable Liberia. Let's welcome all of those who've joined us tonight via Facebook, beginning with Manwata Benity, Shem Maku, Agatha Glasgow, Jay Armstrong has also joined us tonight. Let's see what happened tonight. All the names, the full names of some of the folks are not showing. Arnold Taylor, welcome. William Masakwe. Hope I got the last name correctly because I don't know what happened on the new stuff we're using. The screen is so small, the full names are not showing. Some of the names are not showing. I'm sure it's William Masakwe. Henry and Dolo is also following us tonight on the show. Junior Sikwe has joined us tonight. Johnson Dolly, Alaska Pay, Juje Wonwe. Juje Wonwe has joined us. Otto is also following tonight. Let's welcome all of you. Roberta Richardson, who I hope I got the last name correctly because, like I said, those with long names are not showing clearly. Let's see Macaulay, UJ Park Davis, UJ Park Dave. Okay. James C. Edis, Emmanuel Bro, Brenda Belle, Samson Blackie, Martin M. Eric M. Do, Martin, Avin, Cyrus Bablo, Cyrus Bablo, from Kakata City, Magibi County. Thanks to all of you. We can recognize everybody because time is not our friend. We have a lot of things to talk about tonight. And so again, let's say thanks to all of you. You know, yes, I got to talk small thing because we had to fake. You know, that break was necessary because, you know, at times it's good just take a break, you know, and just freshen up, reflect deeply, and when you come back, you return with force. You know. And so we are back. Okay, we are back. Okay, so I'm sure all of you are aware that on Saturday is the big event for the CDC. The CDC will be launching her due payments. And so all of you who are partisans of the CDC, it's important that we keep you updated with the itinerary for Saturday's program. It's an all-day event. You know, when the CDC says she's holding an all-day event, you know what that means. So that political responsibility is on you all to show up on Saturday, you know, and interact with each other. People you've not seen for long. It's going to be an interactive movement, and some of your friends you've not seen for long, some of your partisans you've not seen for long, some of your party officials you've not been able to interact for long. It's an opportunity. The members of the Legislative Caucus will be there. His Excellency the President, the entire leadership of the party, from the zonal structures to the national level, they are all going to be there as we carry live, if all goes well, the official launch of the CDC due payment. And so it's important. And I know some of them may say, "But I mean, paying due, people in opposition, you're talking about paying due." Yes, that's the best time to pay due. That's the best time to contribute to your political party because the party has to survive. To all of you, the followers and supporters and sympathizers of the CDC, imagine sitting in your closet and saying, "Hey, the party is not talking, the party is not moving, the party is not in action. The party does not want to do this. The party does not want to do that." It requires energy, and that energy, that political energy, that political zest, that political or high ground that you want the party or the party executives to muster and stand firm and face the oppressors of the day. You know, it comes with finance. The activities have to be financed. And if you're not paying dues, then it means you are killing the party, you are weakening the party, and you're telling the party, let's cripple you, that you will not be able to have the strength to walk or to stand and face the oppressors. You know, those who are taking you for your jobs, those who are denying you scholarship opportunities, those who are denying you free tuition at the University of Liberia, those who are the people, the oppressors that are removing you from the streets. Say, hey, don't stay in the streets. Go back to your house. Don't do any business. And in fact, we're not building any market. We're not finding any space to relocate you. All the street sellers, the petty traders, all of you, you will leave the street. Those of you, the motorcyclists, you want people to stand up for you, for your right. Okay? Stand up against the oppressors of the day, the UP government. So you all who are being denied after you pay your insurance, you register your motorbikes, you pay for your driver license and all of that, and you are being denied access to the nation's capital. Well, bulk of your customers are commuting from one point to another point. They say, no, don't come here to ride, don't ride motorbike here. This place is for the elites of the Unity Party. So we don't want anybody, passing around with motorbike and all of that. All of you who are being, all of you who have been chased out of your capital city through whatsoever means, those of you who will stay in queue from one intersection to another intersection, the civil service, all of you who find it difficult, to get car, to come to town, to go to whether it's your place of work or your university or high school campuses, because motorbikes are not plying the streets. What's happening? You are either missing your classes or going to work late, or something is impeding your movement, your activities. You coming to open your stores or your shops late because there's no enough vehicles to transport you from your home to your workplace or your school campus or your business place. So all of you who are feeling the pain of the oppression from the Unity Party government, hey, and you are looking for the major opposition to stand up to these oppressors, on your behalf, hey, you have to also tip in your 1 cent, tip in your 2 cents, your 3 cents. Your 1 cent can help. Imagine 5,000 persons contribute 1 cent each. That's good money down there. I can buy cold water for the people that can go pin the party headquarters, or for the people that can sweep the offices of the standard bearer or the party chairman, and those people who can clean. You have in the yard, cleaning the party yard, all of that, give you his facelift and all of that. So your 1 cent is important, but there are different categories of the due payment. They're in different categories. I'll play you this jingle first, and then we'll talk small, and then we'll move on to other things. But the program is Saturday. That's why I need you to know that the program is on Saturday. And you all have to come out and show some support, to the party. That's all you can give to your political party. So let's play this jingle. We'll come back. Like I said to you, the cash giveaway is active. The payout tonight is 4,000 Liberian dollars to each of our winners. That is if you play the cash giveaway and win. And then we'll pay you $4,000 instantly to your mobile money account. All you have to do, just make sure you have 100 Liberian dollars on your mobile money account, or it's equivalent in US dollars, which is going to be something around 70 cents. And so once you have that, you're qualified to play our cash giveaway. All you have to do, dial the short code *799 *11#. That's the short code. *799 *11#. You send. When you send, 2 options will appear before you. The first option will The first option will ask you to play in US dollars, and the second option will be asking you to play in Liberian dollars. So whichever option you select, you send and you wait for a few seconds and enter your mobile money password. That's all. First step, you dial star 799 star 799 star 11 hash. You send. That's the first step. The second step, two options will appear before you. If you select option number 1, it means you are playing in US dollars. If you select option number 2, it means you are playing in Liberian dollars. Whichever option you select, you send and you enter your mobile money password. So let's play this jingle from the CDC, and then we can come and move into our discussion.
I'm feeling the vibes with originalhits.com.
In their continuous effort to mobilize and recalibrate for a great comeback, the National Due Payment Committee of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, CDC, invites all partisans, supporters, and sympathizers to the launch of the CDC National Due Payment on Saturday, April 12th at the CDC National Headquarters in Congo Town.
Can it be that problem?
It's time to show your loyalty and support for your dear CDC. By paying your dues, you will empower the CDC financially as she prepares to make a great comeback to national leadership in 2029. The launch will be led by First Partisan Dr. George Manawia, Party Chairman Janka Ko, Party Secretary General Jefferson Tambakoji, the Speaker of the 55th National Legislature, Councilor J. Fonati Kofa, Senior Senator of Margibi County, and Chairman of the CDC National Legislative Caucus, Nathaniel Falo McGill, the one and only Rescue Mother, Nora Finda Bundu, the Executive Committee members, and all party stars of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change, CDC. The CDC due payment launch will climax with live performances by famous entertainers like Hipko King Takun J, Christoph the Change, and Afro-pop singer Dench. Also see live comedians Paul Flomo, Arthur, and Ojuku. Also see student leader, the famous Angel Michael, and many, many more. There's the launch of the CDC National Due Payment on Saturday, April 12th, starting at 10 a.m. at the national headquarters of the mighty Congress for Democratic Change in Congo Town. Be there, be there, be there.
I'm gorgeous like yes. Have you seen I'm beauty hospitals? Have you seen I'm beauty schools? Have you seen I'm beauty rooms?
Okay, thank you so much. So that's the information for all of you. Yeah, you can make use of it and go and acquire different information and know which category you fall in, and be able to pay your dues to your political party, the CDC. Now, you see, Liberia is an interesting place, and I was sharing with a colleague today. I said, most of the insincere people are seen in public service, especially at the presidential appointee level. So people don't go to public service at that level with expertise or sincerity, or that the determination to change the system. They go to the system to help and spoil the system. They go to the system to grow their influence, to grow their financial capacity. So they don't see what they are supposed to see or what others see outside of public service. So they see some people see as an entitlement. They don't see as a privilege, to serve. So they see as an entitlement, right? So they were sitting in opposition and say, they politicize everything, When auditor dies, they the CDC government killed the auditors because the auditors were auditing their financial records, and they didn't want the people to reveal the facts or the truth that the CDC government was stealing. That's why they killed Gifty Lama, they killed Abba Peters, So that's a standard that the United Party people set for themselves. not only for themselves, but for the entire public. When you hear Yeke saying to you, when I was cursing Joe Barker, what did you people say? I mean, when I was cursing George Weah, what did you people say? Why did you people tell me to shut up? Why are you telling me to shut up now that I'm cursing Joseph Barker? That's a statement you said. That cursing president was a decent thing to do. All of you found pleasure and comfort in, saying you all were being amused by people like Yekele and the other men who call themselves prophet insulting leaders, not only the president but insulting leaders, and you feel that that was a form of advocacy or a better way to advocate, on your own behalf or on the behalf of the people. So you all celebrated that. Now, everything that you all encourage and embrace, what you are doing is you are setting a standard for governance. You are setting a bar for governance. So Liberians now are aware. Liberians have gotten accustomed to this standard that if an auditor dies, it means the government kills him or her. That's the standard. When you're in power and an auditor dies, it means that the government killed the auditors. So the UP established that standard for herself. Today, the people are using that standard that the UP set, that the UP established, to adjudge the very UP by her own standard, she said. So he said, okay, yeah. The people now saying James Goma was killed by the Unity Party government because he's an auditor. Then I saw some of my friends pulling out screenshots, trying to fine-tune or place a spin around to make it look like James, because James Goma, the late may so rest in peace, was an auditor and a supporter of the Unity Party, because there are screenshots pointing. We've not been able to verify the page, whether it's propaganda page created by the UP propagandists to make it look like, oh, it is James that James Goma was posting against the CDC and all of that. Whether it is a propaganda page, we have not been able to verify that, even though we know that our fast checkers are doing that. I've forwarded the page to some of them, and they are fast checking the page to know whether it is actually a real page or a fake page. But whatever the case is, real page, fake page, the content that they're trying to communicate or defend or justify does not make sense. The argument is that because James was a Unity Party supporter, so it is not possible, or it is nowhere possible, that the UP will want to kill him. I mean, that's lazy. That's weak. The very UP disbasing your own UP people. Still Zago support the UP, are you disbasing? The very UP is disbasing UP people. The very UP is denying certain UP people for getting job. So if the very UP can be denying Unity Partisans for getting job, who campaign along with them? If Unity Party can look in Amara Corner's face and say, don't come near me. If Joe Barker can look in Amara Corner's face and say, don't come to my house, maybe you not get it again. Amara Corner. Then that auditor who supported, who just supported UP from the Facebook standpoint, from a Facebook distance, who just supported UP from a Facebook distance. Auditor who just supported UP from a Facebook distance, comparatively to Amara Kone, who campaigned and set up a whole war room for the Unity Party and traced and followed their results, their numbers, until Mr. Weah conceded to Joe Barker. If you can push Amara Kone in the corner, then I one Facebook supporter of Unity Party. Just one Facebook supporter that you say you can't deal with. So if that's the only argument, then it doesn't make sense. Because the man is an auditor. I don't know whether he was auditing the Unity Party. But the fact that he was an auditor at LRA, that place, they play with taxes, they play with business companies of filing taxes, companies are going, they're paying that, they pay, companies are books are being audited, the government, same thing applies to the government. So the fact that he is or was an auditor, it means he was playing with people's financial records. He was playing with government officials' financial records, their tax profile. He was playing with all of them. Anything is possible. Suppose they are auditing the vice president who are not paid tax. It is alleged that he has not paid tax on all people in the country for the last 15 years. The vice president has not paid real estate tax. It is alleged. It has been reported. And we are receiving this hint from a reliable source that Jeremiah Cook, for example, has not paid taxes for the last 15 years. He has not paid taxes. Even as vice president, the 1 year he has said he has not paid taxes, real estate taxes on his real properties. Same applies to Joe Barker. And these auditors are playing with these financial records. So anything is possible. So you can say because the man is a United Party or was a UP man, that so UP people cannot kill him. That other argument doesn't make sense. The UP folks will have to find different argument that will be more logical and reasonable. And but don't say because the man, was a UP, so UP people can kill him. He was not a friend of all UP people now. He was not a friend to all the UP people there, so UP people that hated him. And you play with your record. So the kind of records that the LRA people there, especially the auditors, play with, they are all erased. But when Gifty Lama and Albert Peters died, you ran all around just for Gifty and Albert. And you said it was the government that killed. In fact, you were clear that Samuel Tuan killed Gifty Lama and Albert Peters because they were auditing Samuel Tuan and Magin and other people. Today, I said no. Now UP killed the man. But anyway, it's the same auditor from LRA. And Albert Peters and Gifty Lama, may their souls rest in peace, were auditors at LRA. When they died, you said that CZ people killed them. Now, James Goman, an auditor or another auditor from LRA, has died. Mysteriously too. Then I say, no, you don't say that UP people killed the man. Me, I guess I will not sit here and tell you or tell my audience that it is UP people that killed the man. No, I can't do that. But what we will do is to remind you that the lies and the propaganda that you guys told, the lies and propaganda that brought you guys to power, will definitely be used against you guys too. Your opponent will not give you ice cream or soda juice. And this is what I was saying. This young man died mysteriously. Until up to the time I came on the radio, I had not seen a statement from the police or from the government. No. Up to the time I came on the radio, I had not seen any statements from the government. And this is the most disgusting and irresponsible part of this government. All of the mysterious killings that took place under Joe Barker, the police has not investigated one case to come out with findings that will maybe suspect people or establish a cause of their death. The police has not done anything. And this is where citizens start to take the laws in their hands because they cannot get justice from the system that is supposed to give them justice. Watch this case with James Goman. His wife will cry and cry and cry. And if some of us do not stand with her to help depoliticize this matter, to ensure that she gets justice for her husband, She's not going to get any justice. The police is going to be political. So they're not going to listen to her. They're not going to take his case serious. They are not going to do any investigation. So her matter is going to be just like that. Like, my mayor leave the people, man. My mayor leave the people, man. That's all. Because the UP herself has decided to politicize everything. So matters that concern the lives of people, their family members, the police will have to be political. Because that's a standard you said. That's the bar you established. That anybody dying like you are like government kidding. That's the bar you said. And so you have to, you have to own it. You know, you have to own it. You have to own it. That's the bar you said. Now, the LDC people then say, LDC people say they're going, let me give them some publicity. Yeah, LDC people say they're going Guinea. I came across this piece. Okay, let me read it from here. So they issued this, I think today. Yes, they said LDC to experience zero power outage. Acting management assures the acting management team of the Liberia Electricity Corporation has assured the citizenry of zero power outage in the coming weeks and months. Acting Managing Director Mohammed Sharif told a briefing on Monday that electricity is a top priority for many Liberians, and the interim management team is committed to ensuring zero power outages. To achieve the target, Sharif disclosed that a high-level management team will be in Guinea next week to finalize a 30 megawatts agreement to expand electricity or energy supply, Liberia's energy supply capacity. Other one, actionable solutions, collaboration, and performance tracking to transform the energy sector of the country and optimize domestic energy supply. All of these good things, when you hear our technicians and our intellectuals, communicating the plans for Liberia's energy sector, the agriculture sector, and all of the sectors, you say, oh, yes, Liberia is about to be heavy on F. But give them 1 year, nothing will happen. 2 years, nothing will happen. I have known Mohammed Sharif for a while now. He used to head the CSLG. He was the head of the CSLG, residing in Abidjan. I think I met him on a couple of occasions in Abidjan. 2 times in Abidjan, I met him. His record speaks good. His administrative and management record speak good. But our problem is more or less technical than administrative. It's in two phases, because one, we need to mobilize the financial resources to fund our national energy grid or national energy program. Do we have that financial capacity? Obviously not. We don't have that financial capacity. We depend on our partners, development partners, to aid us. And so that's one. Two, we are aware that the power theft is it's on the increase, and the government has done little, or probably nothing, enough to, fight power theft. And so you have people, they call it direct. They say on direct, So you have people on direct. They're not paying. They're using the current. They're not paying the LDC. And LDC is the primary facilitator of power theft in this country. This one, I can say it. LEC is the primary facilitator of power theft in the country. That LDC people say can go and be connecting you. LDC can be connecting people on their grid. LEC people, you go in all the different communities, you see them there. Now, another thing these supervisors can do is Osikawa is living in Dia, Grand Cape County. Then Austin noticed that Oliver Khan is stealing current. Austin and Oliver in the same community, and Austin noticed that Oliver is stealing current. Austin takes the phone and call Abu Sharif, the supervisor of LDC, for Dia. Austin said, my man Abu, they see. They didn't happen in me like it. My man Oliver, the man stealing current. So you can send your people here, you know, and to can't disconnect the man or can't catch it, man. Not knowing that Abu is aware or is already aware that Oliver is on power devil. Then I say I'm complaining to Abu. The moment I drop the line with Abu takes his phone. Saying Alan is sending Oliver text or calling Oliver, my man. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with that Austin man. I mean tell you that Austin man knows that you on power devil. You gotta be careful in the major call, you know. But we're not sending anybody there. Or we're sending our people there. They can't pie around. So it can look so it doesn't look like, you know, he called us and nobody turned out. So our people just can't buy around. Are they doing some checking on your wire then we'll call it, but we can't put it back in the worst case. Yeah, but I mean Abu finish calling my name to Oliver. Me and Oliver in the community now, we're not speaking. LDC people, that's why some of the most of the LDC people can do. That's why you see power theft is not being fought extensively. That's why you see homes will get disconnected and they will get reconnected the same day. Because it is a very LEC people that go there, do the disconnection, and return to do the reconnection. They're not the ordinary people doing connection. That LEC people doing the illegal connection. So the people who are supposed to be fighting power theft are the very people moving around in the different communities and connecting people illegally. The very people who go to do the illegal connection are the very people that LEC says in the same communities to go and do inspection. Hey, how do you think power theft is going to be fought? It's not possible. So the system that LEC has is extremely corrupt. And even Joe Bagger himself, that is why power theft is not going to leave this place anytime soon. Power theft is not going to we're not going to see a decrease in power theft. In fact, we are going to see an exponential increase in power theft because there are more people. The fact that the government is striving to expand her electricity grid, and once the grid is expanded, the moment the grid comes, it expands. It means more people will start getting illegal connection through the influence or the guardians of LEC. Now, why am I saying this? I'm bringing this up to the new management or the acting management at LEC. You can bring the biggest power grid in this country. The moment you do not put emphasis on fighting power theft, it's going to be a big flaw because you will not generate the needed resources that you are supposed to generate to facilitate maintenance of your power stations or your different grid. You will not generate the resources. Even the contribution you are supposed to make if you want to expand your human capacity. Maybe you need more technicians to come on board to help to make the system effective. But you have to raise money to pay them. And LEC has the capacity to raise money, to generate money, and pay more technicians, train more technicians, and even finance maintenance, and be able to pay your staffs. But power theft will not allow that because You, the very LDC, you are the ones. You people are the ones facilitating power theft. You steal it from yourself. So you go to Guinea and bring 30 megawatts here. You go to Ghana and bring 30 megawatts. You go to Egypt and bring 30 megawatts. You go to Kenya and bring 30 megawatts. You go to Sierra Leone and bring 30. You bring you collect all the 30 megawatts from all of the African countries, and you can put it in Liberia. As long as we are on power theft, it is not going to work financially. It's not going to work financially for LDC. It's not going to work because the more people illegally use the current, and you know what? The people who can be having who selling quarter, selling BS, surgery in the community, that the mean people can be on, that the mean people can be on power theft, so they can use it for heavy low. Then the transformers start blowing off, and all of that because the loads are heavy for the transformers. They only 10% pay in this community will come in, will giving you 8 kilowatt transformer. They can install the 8 kilowatt transformer in your community. Thinking that only 10% can be on that transformer. The whole community, 5,000 person get on the transformer. In the area, boom, it blow off. The whole community will not be having current. But when the people in the community decide to complain, people illegally connecting to the LDC grid, LDC people can go complain. The very people that are complaining to them about power theft. As a result, the people will just sit in the communities and they will not complain to LDC about anything because LDC that change the police all by itself. LDC will go run change the police against the person, against the whistleblower. That's how irresponsible the system is. That's how unsafe the system is. That's how exposed the system is. And that's how vulnerable the whistleblowers are. So nobody going to blow whistle. Nobody going to call LDC people and say you can't hear somebody on power theft. Because they see LDC people will go careful and go say, my man, be careful with Austin. That Austin man, he don't want to call and say you're on power theft. You know. And so that's it. But that's it for this LDC thing. Now, yes, I was saying to you that the folks, the cash giveaway is active for your play. Start sending me text about cash giveaway. Your play, yeah, but when I will do draws, and then I will know you know. This is what I was talking about in the schools in Bombing, which I want to read. By the people they shock opening. People shock opening. Wow. Okay, so this is what I wanted to read. Oh yeah. Again. So the Liberian, how you call them? Liberia Excellent News. Yeah, I think yes, that's it. Liberia Excellent News is reporting. This is what they're reporting. I think this is the work of I think this is the work of okay. Let me not call the man here. Maybe they meant to meet in covertly. So the Liberia Excellent News Network is reporting under the caption Maher Public School in Bomi County risks closure due to teacher shortage. Can you imagine that? And the story is interesting. They said the Maher Public School located in Senje District, Bomi County, is on the verge of closure due to a prolonged shortage of teachers, raising serious concerns about the future of education in the area. The situation, according to local authorities, has left hundreds of children without access to proper schooling. In an interview with reporters, the town chief of Maher, David Kesedi, disclosed that for more than 2 years, the school, imagine, more than 2 years in one school, the school has been operating with only one female teacher who is volunteering her services. He described the condition as dire and unsustainable, noting that it has severely affected the quality of education for children in Maher and neighboring communities due to the continued lack of teaching staff, The Ministry of Education recently downgraded the school from grade 6 to grade 3. Instead of upgrading the school, the Ministry of Education is downgrading the school. Instead of upgrading, improving the system, they say, no, you care about that. Instead of rescuing the system, when you upgrade the school, you supply teachers, you refurbish the building and all that, you send stationery and everything there, it means you have rescued the Maher Public School. But the rescue mission is disowning the Maher Public School. The chief Kesari said that this reduction has significantly limited the educational opportunities available to students, many of whom previously had access to complete primary education within their community. The downgrade has impacted not only children in Maher, but also students from nearby towns and villages who once rely on the school. Many families are now faced with the difficult choice of finding alternative schools, which are often too far away or financially out of reach. Chief Kesari described the current situation as a major setback for the community's development. He lamented that the government's failure to assign trained teachers to the school is putting the future of many children at risk, as they are being denied the basic right to education. As a solution, the chief is appealing to the government of Liberia, particularly the Ministry of Education, to urgently deploy qualified government-paid teachers to Maher Public School. And yes, the story didn't end there, but that's where I'm ending the story. And you see, those of us who grew up in bombing, we have a practical experience, a practical one. We have a practical experience about the education system. And we know how we went to school. Even though some of us had the opportunity between 5th to 6th grade, we relocated to Monrovia to go to school. But our elementary journey, was challenging. And it feels so painful that 20, 30 years ago, what you experienced 30 years ago, that in 2025, other kids will still be experiencing what you experienced 30 years ago. Some of us 32 to 35 years ago were in that condition. We not as Austin, but we were in that condition. There were people who went to schools under this similar condition in Tottenham-Breg. Under this condition. And what the parents were saying yesterday was, hey, you all need to go to school to prevent your children or your children's children from experiencing similar situation or condition that you all are experiencing now. So come to think about it, 32 years later, and we are still sitting behind microphones and having conversation about an elementary school being downgraded to a 3rd grade level. Only because there are no teachers. Only because there are no teachers. Can you imagine this? And man, you don't politicize this thing. According to the report, they say for the past 2 years, it means that even 7 months. Because if you do your math, it means CDC government will share 6 to 7 months of the 2 years. So maybe people will say, oh yeah, the situation started 6 to 7 months, the 6 to 7 months that the CDC will share, People were, it was a political period in 2023, a political period. Everybody campaigning, running around and things. So probably that's the reason. Okay. This will not be necessarily a good one, but yes. But 1 year, one legitimate year in a new regime, after the people voted against the CDC, we took one woman from America and brought her here to come and reform the education system and upgrade to 21st century appreciation. And everybody, all the major people, the major heads over the public education in the country are imported bureaucrats. From the Ministry of Education to the University of Liberia to the MCSS school system, all the imported bureaucrats, including the superintendent of Bomi County, another imported bureaucrat. What are they doing? What are they doing? The lawmakers, this is a disgrace to all of you. And this school is in district number, this school is in Eden Snow's district. St. Yes. This school is in Eden Snow's district. What happened to the representative there? It's possible that some of these lawmakers may not even be aware. But it is shameful that a lawmaker will not be aware. You get the fact that the town chief will be telling you that over 2 years this situation has persisted. Anyone could assume that the town chief or the clan chief or whosoever may have gone to their direct representative. And normally they will say, okay, yeah, we'll communicate to plenary. These are the issues that lawmakers are supposed to be addressing. Appropriation issue, supply of teachers, upgrading schools. These are issues that the budget is supposed to be addressing. But the budget cannot address these issues because these issues are not being prioritized by our lawmakers, the ones who have the appropriation authority or power. So if you do not put money there for the Ministry of Education to upgrade Maher Public School, where does the Ministry of Education find the money to go and upgrade the school? If you argue that you put the money there, that the Ministry of Education did it, because when she came, she did a nationwide tour and according to her, assessed the education sector. And she established the problem. She submitted a budget to the legislature. If the legislature slash the budget, then you retailer your program to suit emergency situations. You spend all the money on Tottenham High and what the others and GW Gibson there around here, and you leave all the other schools in the different communities in the rural areas. And everybody, all the attention is given to Tottenham High and Gibson. All the attention. I mean, no offense to Tottenham High and Gibson, but as soon you call one government official here from the Ministry of Education to come and talk about the education sector, that Tottenham High Gibson they will reference, especially public schools. Tottenham High, Gibson, Newport, UL. That's what they make reference to. So where are the lawmakers who are the direct representatives of the people who are supposed to be pushing these issues? Where are the DEOs and CEOs? Because there are many DEOs in Bomi. Where is the CEO, the county education officer for Bomi County? Where's the district education officer for that district that the Maher Public School is located? What are they doing? Because the part of the responsibility of the DO is to monitor or supervise these schools and the teaching and the teaching staff. But if a school will go for 2 years without teachers, that DO needs to be dismissed. The Minister of Education we have to change that DEO. He or she does not want to be DEO. Because right in your district, as the DEO, a school has been all of teachers for 2 years. That person is not qualified anymore. I am Minister of Education. Now, man, or that woman was the DEO. That person gone. Even the CEO gone. Because the DEOs are the eyes of the CEOs. The CEOs are the direct eyes of the Ministry of the Minister of Education. They are there to deploy DEOs and supervise DEOs, monitor DEOs and things and all of that to make sure that all is well, all is intact with our education system. How come after 2 years, one school, one public school, elementary school too, elementary school, 2 years running, no teacher. The case reaches the Ministry of Education. Instead of the Ministry of Education holding a stakeholder meeting to look into the problem and fix the problem, then the ministry, according to the report, the Ministry of Education is downgrading the school to third grade. So the other people that were in fourth grade and had to sit down for 2 years, where do they go? How do they acquire education? When we are supposed to be upgrading schools. We are supposed to be upgrading schools and we are downgrading schools in 2025 under the leadership of a woman who we imported from America. In America, people can downgrade school in America just easily because of these problems. These are solvable problems. You can downgrade an elementary school because no teachers. When you have many teachers here looking, they are on supplementary payroll. The government cannot tell us that our country is short of teachers. I will not believe that. That stealing and rampant corruption, the reason for which you see these sectors are not growing. These sectors are not expanding. These sectors are not upgrading because the country is so extremely corrupt that public officials, they only go to government to steal. Minister of Education able to sit down and buy 45, 50, 60,000 dollar vehicle. You riding it. And you shutting down. Because that's a practical shutdown. You are shutting down a school. And while you riding over $60,000 car. And you're shutting down an elementary school that is supposed to give education to underprivileged children in Bomi. And we all feel comfortable. They are comfortable riding the big cars, taking home their fast salaries, and sending their kids to school to the elite schools in the country or to schools abroad. Those kids whose parents do not know any politician, how do they go to school? See how painful it sounds that a 2-3-year-old kids, you have 2-3-year-old kids being deprived education in 2025. And you sit in Morovia in your comfort zone, riding your big cars, your luxurious cars, and you're satisfied and the information reaches you. All you have to do is to go there and downgrade the school. For real? Look, returning on the radio, I said, we're just our adjectives. Yes. And we'll do that. But at times, it feels useless having certain people. It just feels useless having a government in charge. On a serious note, it feels useless having a government in charge. Look, a government a father or a mother, a parent that does not solve problem is an irresponsible parent. Let's face this. the hell you call yourself a parent and so your child brings a problem before you, then you escape the problem. It's a child can say my hand, oh my finger hurt you. Then you think that you cut the finger off. Say, let me cut the finger off. You didn't solve the problem. You did not solve the problem. You exacerbated the problem. So, if the Ministry of Education are even rally around people, around the cities, say, we get money, we got source money somewhere else. Let's see whether we can upgrade this school. Western lots of them operating right in the country there. They have corporate social responsibility money that they pay to the country, my people. Where is the money going? Where is the money going? These are things that corporate social responsibility of these companies supposed to address. The country caucus is supposed to sit and say, this school is in an emergency situation. Let's run to our county cover. And we're just going to tell the $35,000 and renovate the school. And at least bring the access grade so you can have 6 or 7 teachers. You pay them for the first 1 year. Then the county pay them. Since the budget is already in swing. And pay the people to give those children quality education. That's how leaders make decisions. Leaders make sacrifices to give comfort to the citizens, to give decency to the citizens, to give them better livelihood. You can't do that. People are struggling with their livelihood, and you see lawmakers, ministers, public officials are showing less interest. And the lawmaker for that for senior district I thought he's another useless man. He didn't care about it. They may know anything there. So what did they make going to? They may get no friend, he ain't got influence, he ain't got connection. What did he going to do in Capitol Building? They may not do anything. They may not get any friend in Capitol Building. We have friends say, this is my influence in Capitol Building. So how am I going to solve that problem now? That's the reason we get me telling you about electing anybody. Elect people who have connections, who have influence, who can make things happen, who have the capacity to navigate their ways through difficult situations and solve problems. People who have capacity to solve problems. People who have the capacity to solve problems. Year in, year out, the Western region, they can try in the Senate in terms of maybe quality, influence, connection. They can try, the Western region can try in the Senate. But in the House, that's more mess they can send there. That be serious. The Western region, they can try when it comes to the Senate. They can try by electing people who are educated, people who are semi-illiterate, people who got some level of influence and affluence in society. Yes, they can try in the Senate, but in the House, now small mess. The Western region is noted for sending mess to that Capitol Building. When they enter, they just sit down. They enter, they sit. No impact. No innovation. Nothing. Zero knowledge, zero connection. So, yes, sir. Yes, sir. So say one, so say all. So of them. This is where we are. We just beg, people that snowed in to take the lead. Since the school, in fact, is in his district, he too is a resident of Senja, so, take the lead and see how they can find solution to this problem. That's all. We are bad people. Slow. To big take the lead. Don't mind say, man, my direct lawmaker on first get on me. Just do it for the children. And you know, raise some money and see what we can do. For me, it's my home. I was born there. I grew up there. The only country I already know in my entire life to say I know this country is bombing. And you know, so we have to do something. We can use the radio to raise the awareness, but we have to also reach out to people. Let's see whether we can raise some money to go down there and rescue that school. It shouldn't be big for us. It shouldn't be big for us. So I'm personally going to reach out to Senator Snow after the show. I know that he has never turned down these kinds of initiatives, on these kinds of initiatives. Once it comes to education, he will not turn it down. Even if he says, I'm not getting fully involved, contribution, he will conduct the team, also other people that will be willing to go and raise resources to renovate that school, at least negotiate with the Ministry of Education to send 3 or 4 teachers there as a start up. You know, but we have to restore the status of the school. Let's maintain at 6th grade, elementary. We have to restore the status of the school and then get teachers, at least 4 or 5 teachers, to be aiding them, rooming the different classes for the period, you know, for this year, because the academic year is already concluding. But this is sad. It's shameful. It is disgraceful. It is disgraceful and embarrassing too. The first day that comes from that country, that's our country. This one should not be politicized. That just won't be seen as everybody's business. Those kids have bright futures if we can invest in them. Let's take the money from our pockets. Let's use the connection that we have. Let's use the influence we have to influence support, influence decision. That will see that school. I will see that school be upgraded. The only public school. The towns and villages are not too far, but even though they're far from each other, but not too far. They can come together, they can go, they can network. So I mean, all the children in those towns, nearby towns and villages, they are being deprived education for the moment over 2 years. Won't he be teaching school up to 6th grade? We need to identify that teacher. I'm going to reach out to the reporter who did this story. We need to reach out to that teacher and celebrate her. She deserves to be celebrated. So I will also reach out to the reporters who did this story to get in touch with the teacher or the town chief to get in touch with the teacher, the only teacher. We need to celebrate her courage, her strength, her determination. These are the people who we are supposed to be celebrating. The sacrifices she is making, at least to impart knowledge into those kids. Those are the people we should be celebrating. Those are the people we should be elevating. Every time we talk the politics, yes. I hear from my vice say, oh, they're putting my benefit, yo. That one school down there, they don't even get chairs to sit down, they even get teacher. We pay former officials 50% of what they earn as ministers, presidents, vice presidents. So the 2 things now, the former vice president crying for benefit, one school, my head public school crying for lack of support. Let's rationalize it. And not only all, even the former lawmakers are being paid the same amount, 50% of their salaries. Former lawmakers in Bomi, Maurice Tumane making that money. Maurice Tumane making that money. When we're in Bomi County, a public school is in dire need of support. I'm suspending all the political discussion tonight. Sir. I'm not talking no politics. I'm not talking politics. That the politics can hard some of these things, some of these basic things, basic needs of the people. We sit down, we talk the politics and talk the politics and talk the politics and use the politics to hard the pressing needs that our people are faced with. Yes. No offense to anybody. But if anybody wants to take offense to it, that's it. That's the business. But imagine all the lawmakers that lost election in bombing. Just imagine. Sano Johnson, Maurice Setuma, we're paying them 50% of what they were making as senators. For the last 1 year or 3 months, the government been paying those people 50% of what they were making as senators. When Mahia Public School does not have money to pay teachers, the Ministry of Education does not have money to assign teachers there. But we are paying former lawmakers 50% of what they made. All the lawmakers from the House in Bomi, they are setting up capital. They were laying down in RLJ to illegally remove Fonati Kofa. When my hair public school not get rack, didn't get teacher. My hair public school not get teacher. My name Bishop they were laying down in RLJ. Eating, drinking. And I want to tell the other one they were doing. I want to tell the other one. Eating, drinking, and acting loose. Just to illegally remove speaker. When my hair public school in his district does not have the accountant, doesn't have teacher. 2 years? That's what paining me. That two freaking years. An elementary school will be out of teacher. No teacher in the school for 2 years. And there is a lawmaker. There is a representative representing that public school, representing students who are being denied or deprived education. Nothing here just making sense. Look, it just shows that we always electing and appointing group of useless people into public service. Thing I use. I shouldn't lie. The direct lawmaker in your district, the direct representative in your district, a public school does not have teacher. To the extent that the Ministry of Education will say, no, we can't do anything. So we will just drop the school year from 6th grade to 3rd grade until we can be able to raise money and upgrade the school and supply our teachers. But in the meantime, the one female teacher here will be teaching all of y'all. Maybe they can take all of them and put it in one class and everybody taking the same note. Because if she leaves me here, go to the other class gets it lose. No teacher will be there now. From 1st grade, she go to 2nd grade, then 1st grade lose. From 2nd grade, she go to 3rd grade, then 2nd grade lose. So 2 classes will be loose. Then she in 3rd grade. When she leaving 3rd grade, going back to 2nd grade or 1st grade, 3rd grade gets loose. No supervisor, nobody there to monitor. This is happening in Liberia. And the government was sitting here Joe Burger, he was sitting his old set down there, spending 2 to 3, I'm so $5+ million US dollars just to illegally remove speaker, wasting money. When schools were struggling for money, when the Ministry of Education will send her budget and you will slash the Ministry of Education budget, say you will not get money, and you will raise $3 million. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, bro. Thank you. So let me check here. I think somebody sent me this video on WhatsApp. Yo, y'all get better. I'm not talking politics with them. I'm not talking politics. We'll follow the story to the end. We will follow the story to the end. James, I'm not seeing the message. So okay, I think okay, yes, okay, I got it. Okay, we follow this story. This is disgraceful. Yeah, somebody sent me a video for the school. I think this is the school. The school looking so good. I ain't get teacher. Yeah, I think this should be another school. Okay, let me take a break to get some confirmation. Let's take a break. Let's take a short break. Let's take a break. Crumb Stepper, where are you?
It's about musical. There are crimes in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Well, it can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human talking, I mean you cheche. You wait for your safety. If you see a don't keep it. You must call to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crimes for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to
yeah, and so that's it. Thank you for region. But I mean, that's it. And the information we are receiving, I don't know, but you're sorry, I'm just speechless. Somebody sent me another picture, another video for another school in Grand Cape Bank County. I mean, yeah, but I'll get to know. My county way beyond. My two counties are behind town, way beyond. Butterhill, the Butterhill Public School. This one is a whole video. I'm going to post this video. I'm going to post this video after the show. Butterhill Public School. See the campus looking so clean. The environment looking so good. And we're told the school has been shut down, has been closed for the past 2 years also. So what are our lawmakers doing? What are they doing? That's the question that they must answer. What are they doing? The budget goes to them. The debate, according to them, they say they debate the budget. They do appropriation. Tomorrow, we'll try our best to reach out to the Ministry of Education people. We'll try our best to reach out to them and see whether we can have a conversation with them. We need to hear from them too. It's possible they are in the know. It's possible that they made appropriation and in their proposed budget and send it to the legislature, and the legislature slashed the budget. It is possible. It is also possible that they did not know about the situation because of poor supervision. Maybe that DOs or the CEOs are not been reporting these situations or these constraints to them too. So they did not make appropriation for these to solve these challenges. So anything is possible. So the best thing to do is to reach out to the Ministry of Education people tomorrow. And with this video and with these two videos from Mahia Public School and Potter Hill Public School, to ask them some questions. Let's sit down with them too and hear what they have to say. If they want to talk to all on anonymity, we will agree. That wouldn't be a problem. If they want to give us information and say, my man, we do not want to go public, but this is what we know, and this is what we've done, and this is what we've been doing. This is the result. This is what we have proposed, and this is the result. We'll come here and inform you. That we will inform you, quoting authoritative sources or sources within the Ministry of Education. We'll also reach out to the lawmakers too. We'll reach out to them. Like I said, somebody just send me the town chief contact. So yes, we'll talk to him. So this story, we are going to follow up this story, and we will stick behind this and ensure that something is done at that, especially Mahia Public School. Everything is just concentrated up Capitol Hill, from the Executive Mansion, Capitol Building, the Temple of Justice. Everything right down there. From there, the fourth branch of government now, that the Unity Party. The UP now. All the decisions are being made there. Executive Mansion, Capitol Building, Judicial, the Temple of Justice, and the Unity Party headquarters. The four branches of government together. The UP is the fourth branch. Nobody is concerned about anything happening outside. And when you hear people getting angry with former officials, crying or complaining about benefits, this is the reason. So put yourself in the condition of those kids. They're sitting in the morning doing nothing. They're not going to school because the school available does not have the capacity to train them, to teach them. No teacher is available, so they sit home in the morning. Imagine your 3-4-year-old child sitting home in the morning that is supposed to be going to school, but he or she has to stay home because no teacher. School is there, no teacher. Then you wake up in the morning, you have one government official, former government official, crying for benefits. I mean, let's be reasonable here. This is no politics. It's about time that we review or take a look at our national priority, if we even have one. If there's one. If there is one, it's about time that we really look at our national priority, if there is one. The entire government is busy, is focused, especially our legislature, is focused on appropriating money to the already rich, to the haves. So our budget does not consider the poor. Our budget does not consider the productive sector industry. Our budget focuses on putting monies in the pockets of government officials. They procure all the goods and services. The monies go to them. Your budget. Everybody buying stationery and all of that. The heads of entity are buying the stationery from from the company of their choice. Gasoline, fuel from the company of their choice. Vehicle purchase or rental from the company of their choice. Everything, the company of their choice. Catering services, the company of their choice. Air ticketing, you go to the airline of their choice. So the money, that's why you see, the other day we were having a conversation in one of our public financial management class. I was telling my instructor, I said, everything, or most of the things we learn in school, we don't apply them in public service. We do the opposite. And I told him, I said, Chief, I want to call him because he's working in government. I said, let me tell you something. From my experience and what I have noticed, this thing they call government, this thing they call budget. Every year, do you know how many years? I was 16, 17 years old in 2005, 2006. Not even eligible to vote when I was already actively involved in the political process. I was already a major campaigner and communicator. I was already a political party executive at age 17. So I was already deep into politics. So the kind of things that we have seen and that we know, I can say this to you any day. Our budget, a significant portion, at least 70% of our budget will always go to work, goods and services. Watch it, see. The day Liberia will start to grow or develop on our budget, what goes to work, goods and services, when it drop in the opposite, we invest nothing in the service sector, whether health, that education, what we invest nothing. The only money we get Ministry of Education 85 million. What I think that flow, that appropriation, they don't get allotment. The only thing that goes to them, stationery for central administration, salaries, purchase of vehicle purchase, fuel, lubricants, stationery. That's where that money going. The money is not going to paying teachers or training new teachers, supplying them to the different schools, upgrading the schools. No, refurbishing. No, the money is going to their pockets for each salary, their gasoline, their cars, their transportation allowance, their traveling allowance. That's where those monies are going. So I translate, Chief, the day, and you know, it was an argument in the class, and he said, "There's just divided into two." That debate, pros and cons. And I would say that our budget, the real problem is all the lawmakers and the president, that the real problem. The president and our lawmakers, that Liberia problem down there. The day Liberia stop having president, we will not get problem, or we will not experience these fundamental challenges that we continue to experience with our health, education, and agriculture sectors. We will not, because presidents have not mustered the span. They don't have the moral wherewithal. They don't have the political will to take decisive and affirmative actions that will revitalize or upgrade or reform these basic sectors that are supposed to grow our literacy rate. We don't have it. That's why we'll continue to remain poor, illiterate, and corrupt. Liberia will continue to remain a poor, illiterate, and corrupt country because our presidents, our legislators have not mustered the span. They lack the political will. They lack it to take decisive and affirmative action that will see us shifting our spending to these basic sectors. What kind of country? The entire government is complacent. They satisfy all the economists we've hired in the country. All the Liberia has hired the best brains to preside over our Ministry of Finance, the fiscal governance, the fiscal space. Liberia has hired the best brains to preside over the fiscal space. No doorman, on paper, off paper, no door person has managed or presided over our fiscal space. Our revenue, no door person has presided over the Liberia Revenue Authority. No. Hire the best economists. Go to the Ministry of Finance in the different departments. See who will you see there? Some people, the directors, assistant directors, and all of that. I'm talking about the real technical departments at the Ministry of Finance. The budgeting, not the administration, the budgeting. Go and see who you see there. The economic management flow. Who you see there? Raw economists. They're there. We're not short of economists. We're not short of thinkers. We're not short of strategists. We are short of the political will. We lack political will to make decisive decisions that will uplift this country. And that is why we will continue to remain poor, illiterate, and corrupt. That's the reason. That's the reason. We sit down, all the economists in the country sit down. They see the budget, when they see the expenditure portion of the budget. You see your budget, you see that you're spending 60, 65 to 70% on goods and services. What does it say to you? And we are doing nothing to change that narrative. Government in, government out, we spend at least 60% on goods and services. Then we say we want to grow. Then we say we want to rescue the education system. We want to rescue the agriculture system. We want to rescue the health sector. How do you rescue a sector that is not experiencing any investment in human capital? How do you rescue a sector? You are not training new teachers to specialize. You are not training nurses and doctors to specialize. You're not investing at least 2% of your budget in the agriculture sector that will see people going to school and specializing in agriculture, in different in maybe palm production or rest days. Oh no, we're not doing anything. We're not industrializing maybe the agriculture sector or our rest program. The fishery thing here that on the red track, we finish politics last year. We don't even know the future of our fish space. Because these are sectors that are supposed to attract efficiency, discipline, and real wealth. We're not investing in them. So how do we grow a middle class? How do we develop a middle class? It's not possible. It is just not possible. You don't need a rocket scientist to tell you the way our budget is tailored, the way the direction our expenditure funds itself, it tells you that Liberia is not ready for growth. We're not ready. We will go bring 100 million, all the 100 million, you spend 60 million to buy ink, to buy paper, to buy fuel, to buy gasoline, to buy car, to repair car. They burn out 40%, maybe 20% of them going to salaries. But nothing there for you to invest. Nothing there to invest in the country. So how does the country grow? How does the country expand? How does the private sector grow? How do you grow the private sector? Huh? And the reason why, to conclude on this thing, the reason why I said to my instructor in our financial management, I said the only reason is because the country is corrupt. Our budget, at least 60% of our budget will always go to recurring expenses. You know, the reason is because the country is corrupt. Those heads of entities, procurement directors, or deputy for administration and all of that, all those people have their businesses, their companies established. So they put the monies in the budget and lost 60 to 65, 70% of the budget to go to recurring expenses because that's what they make their money from. That's what they get rich. So when I do buy stationery, I mean, hire my stationery store, let people supply out for 1 year. 1 year supply, 350,000 in stationery. Or 350,000, maybe 150 there for me. It's the number busy now. But I give the contract now. Inflate their money all. These things are happening. So when the budget goes to the legislators themselves having their stationery store and their gas stations and their maybe oil company and their different things running their car companies, they got their own interest. So they say, let's put the money here. Let's put the money in gasoline. Let's put the money in fuel. Let's increase gasoline allowance. Let's increase fuel allowance. Let's increase scratch car allowance. Let's increase transportation allowance. Let's increase stationery to the Ministry of Education. Let's increase stationery to the Ministry of Health. Because they are going to send their companies back. I mean, their companies to pay for those contracts, or they are going to accept kickbacks. So you always see recurring expenses. You always see a huge. Then the sector that is supposed to be getting the money they're supposed to be getting. We're not investing in the private sector. No. To put the money in our pocket. The budget is designed to put monies in the pockets. The EU can say how you call it? Imported bureaucracy. That's all. That's your budget to put monies. That's the structure. That's how the budget is designed, to put monies in the pockets of these elites, these politicians. Yeah, my brother, I'm serious. So sit down. You ask yourself, why since 2005? Since 2005, post-war, Liberia. Why since 2005? We always complaining that 60 to 65% of our budget going to recurring expenses. Why? And why have we not changed it? You think we are not changing it because we don't have technicians who know how to change it? We are not changing it because the political will is not there. And the political will is lacking because everybody is corrupt. That's the only reason. The day one leadership will go and say, we'll come and change the budget to a more program-based budget. To implement that thing, it will be hard. Because monies will leave people companies. You'll be taking money, the budget will be taking monies from people's pockets. So they will fight it. People will fight. They will throw blow in capital building during budget debates. Why didn't Thomas Fire say, oh, this is you can be chairman of Ways and Means? Oh, you can be, because they get at different corners in the budget, they can have money and go behind the scene and go now far behind, go to the entities and take the money from them. So they all want Ways and Means to steal. They want steal, not nothing. Thomas Fire get no financial knowledge. Thomas Fire even know math good. Thomas Fire even know how to balance sheet. You know how to go balance sheet. Thomas Fire know nothing called accounting. Thomas Fire ain't know nothing. You want to say it big, you know how to say. The message you want to be chairman of Ways and Means. What is he going to do? You take big budget paper, you put it before him. He's not able to read it and analyze it. Because the man here, that big hair you see on him, that stealing inside that big hair you see on him. Stealing being in that big hair, he knows how to steal. So he formed a clique of rogues calling themselves lawmakers. Say, the upper house set together, they go steal. Organized crime, organized criminals groups themselves together, calling themselves lawmakers under the gavel of Thomas Fana. See, that's steal. And you think any serious thing is going to come from that capital building? From that legislature? So we will just rally with our people and see what we can do to get my high school running. We'll reach out and do what we'll play our role and leave the rest with the government. But I know if you leave it there alone, they will not do anything. Let's take a few calls and go home, man. We have to go. Let's take a few calls. 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. Those are the numbers to call and be a part of the show. Let's take 5 calls and go home. Hello.
Hello.
Please go ahead quickly.
I thought
Hello, let's hear you. Hello.
Hello.
Please go ahead.
Yeah. My name is Bobby Zakwa from Teaching Hawaii.
Let's hear you.
Yeah. Now on a point on the show, if people are coming, they're telling say no coming, no water.
The people are coming from America.
Yeah. No coming, no water. And baby.
That AB here, that Austin here.
Tell the people say the brother call is 11 for the pool.
Let's take somebody else anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, I'm another boat from Cruiserfield in the Tourist number one most well country. Thank you for this fascinating topic on our discussion, my brother. You know, it is hard to hear that type of information. But the problem about our country is that government officials do not love the country. They can't send their children. All those schools that you're in, do government schools in town. No government official in that town there will tell you that their children are attending there. We give more weight to private schools than government schools. But in other countries, people don't do so. As soon as you're a government official, you are compelled to send your child to a government school. That constraint that the other you feel that other citizens going through, your children, in fact, other countries, government school are the best. There is no school in Ghana that is owned and operated by government that is not the best.
Yeah,
but we don't play on government. Yeah, man, thank you, man. It's so disheartening. Look at those children that are in fourth grade, fifth grade. That one needs to be teacher of the year for this coming October 5 World Teachers Day. Because what she's been doing is marvelous. She needs to be honored. Just like you were saying, you have been saying, she needs to be honored.
Okay, so okay, I will take two more and then we go home. Masisi will take you last. Right after this call, we'll take you. Go ahead, let's hear you.
Thank you, Austin. Good evening. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is Hussein Keho. I call you from Jacobstown.
Go ahead, Hussein.
So, yeah, I appreciate you, Austin, for selecting such an important issue this evening. You know, myself, I'm from Cape Mount. This is one of the representatives that sends in issue number 3 was one of the sisters who were asked this evening. As to what they have legislative caucus, he said yes, they have the Western Belt legislative caucus. So I'm a bit confused that the entire Western Belt is not developed. Why is our country Cape Mount? You see, I wonder as to whether people really have interest in those areas they represent. Like you said, they cut the budget, they do allocation. You can prevail on the Ministry of Education if there is no teachers, right? If there is no school, you can prevail on it. You can set oversight, all them. I don't why there is no chairs, why there is no materials for those teachers. Then definitely you get understanding of don't care. That is not a business. They only go to B Mountain and those companies and what is to collect. So sometimes I get a shame of my own for the better that work less. But those are things that you have to prioritize because they are the future generation of our country.
Exactly.
You cannot prioritize them. It is quite unfortunate. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Masisi. We'll take you and then we go home. Yes, we'll take Masisi and call a night here on Freedom Hard Talk. My voice is not fully recovered yet. Echo. Masisi, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Hey, my son, Austin, how you doing, Baba?
I'm okay.
Let God protect you anytime.
Yeah, man.
I said, by almost 2 weeks, good girl calling me. What happened to your son? What happened to your son? I said, my son will come. Not feeling okay.
Yeah.
And we'll give God the glory. So I want to talk on the Joao Taylor issue, my son.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Joao Taylor, she saved the country. You understand, Austin?
Yeah.
Even if Joe Bucker, if I was today, he's getting benefit. He got benefit for the past. You know, they give it to him on he become president. After he lost the election for they give you 2 cars in a year. You put a test to it. They give you 2 cars for the level more vulnerable. You know, day of the how they call it, the program. After they want to tell the matter over to him. They let you want to know vulnerable everything that I got you want to know. They took everything from Java to know. It will be that way. They will not protect no more in the country. And she's a leader. Then they have situation in a year for continually and for pay security, pay up every month to be going forward with his life. Why does Java say he will get Java to benefit? That's my issue with that. Everybody in this war, in this country that they see the point in the book, they who can read. Now when they point in the book, that anybody is in power, you must get that benefit. So they get a more benefit. You work for it like that, don't they? Then they give it to all. The security, whatever cash you are having, it will require everything down. When you have 2 police, you have 2 police, and 2 cars. Or someone making a life wrong. She not go save in the country. When am I protecting her in the country? It will concern by itself. And a very bad for our country. You are a leader, you are a bad leader, they protect you in the country. They protect you out of the city. They give you power, you get the government. Then the communication, what it says, you get the thing to all. So for me, I look at it, something I wait a bar for me. For me, I look at it bar. Thank
you very much. Give the more entitlement.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, trust me, we are still recovering. But we were away for too long, so we had to return. But we shall be good, by God's grace. Let me say thanks to all of you for joining us tonight. Tomorrow we are going to focus on the water sector. We are going to talk water and sewer. And we will have a guest to join us to talk about water and sewer in our country. Our guest tomorrow will drill us through. So give us an overview. We just tell you. We give us a picture, a fair picture. You screw us, you use us of what our water and sewer system, what the programs look like. So prepare all your concerns, all your questions you may want to ask, all the concerns you have about the water and sewer industry. Prepare your concerns and your questions to ask our guest tomorrow. Until then, my name is Austin Kawa. And I shall be back here tomorrow by God's grace. Good night. No one to trust. My people don't want to hope on nobody. My hope that I have them broken. Telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired. They tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, them stay they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation. You got nothing to show.